That's my girl. Man, her eyes really drive me crazy. You should see her smile, she holds a baby. I can honestly say that she saved me. My girl.
Brock Jacobson has got some work in game 1 of the series. I believe maybe 2 1/3 innings, possibly an inning in the third. Can't remember exactly.
I think inning in the third. Yeah.
So he has gone through this lineup. Had about 48 hours to kind of think about any adjustments that he and the coaching staff would like to see made this game. And we also mentioned on mute that Bayou will start their game 1 start here in game 3, who did a pretty good job against the Mustangs. But again, never had to pitch from behind. Kind of, was more in a mode of go out there, just throw strikes, pound the strike zone, and let your defense work. So a little different situation, more pressure-packed situation right here in game 3.
Yep.
So we'll see what adjustments the Mustang offense can make for this game.
Yep. Mustang offense riding high after a terrific game 2, where both offenses scored early. Bayou for 4 in the first, Mustangs for 2 off of a 2-run homer by J.C. Girard, his first of the year. Then back quiet. Went all 7. Key play of the game and maybe the season was a game-tying grand slam in the bottom of the 6th inning by Dane Sanford.
Yeah, there were a lot of them. It just the way they competed, like Coach Donahoe briefly mentioned, just extremely proud of the way they competed, the way they never hung their head, and just battled all the way through. So here we go, Mr. B.
Yep.
Series on the line here in the rubber match for game 3.
Good team win, team baseball. Both offensive and defensively got the win in game 2. Only 1 error, which was quickly erased by a double play. If we see more of that here, then we'll come away with a series victory as ball 1 is high and inside as he shows bunt. And we're underway.
Brock Jacobson working fast.
Ball is hit down the third base line, out of the reach of a diving Drew Lamb. Ball is fielded by Britt Reichley, who gets it in, holds him to a leadoff single.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there by the Colts. They've got a good lineup. They're going to get some hits. So, like you mentioned, we made the necessary defensive plays in game 1, so certainly expect nothing different in this game.
Lineup remains the same, only changes pitcher from game 2. Runners off on the pitch on a ball that is thrown wide of the base, backed up well by second baseman Flowers after it gets away from Sanford, the shortstop. Stolen base puts a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the first as a courtesy runner is brought in for the pitcher, Smith.
Yeah, the Colts waste no time getting the running game going. You don't see that a lot. Courtesy runner.
It's Carson Allen coming in to pinch run.
Certainly understand it.
So 1-0 count. Swing away, a ball that is leg. Trickles back to Brock Jacobson, the pitcher. He'll walk that off outside of the batter's box, or what was once the batter's box.
One thing, notice the Mustang doing a little less of. You always want to pay attention to that runner at second, short, kind of holding close. Let him know you're there, but at the same time, you got to field your position. So Dane kind of giving a little more, staying a little closer to his spot.
Check the runner. Deliver. Called strike 3 on an off-speed pitch on the outside corner of the plate. Completely froze the hitter for the first strikeout and first out of the game.
Big strikeout. One of the few times I've actually seen him recorded out this series. He's been swinging a hot bat. So is Alfred Hill, the third hitter for the Colts.
Ball will be fired into the dirt. Runner will take third. There's a throw down to third, but it's not in time. So runner on third here with 1 out. Offered at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball is outside, stopped by Dubard. Kind of ended up right in front of him. Went around looking for it behind him, but
Yeah, good stop, safe to
Yeah.
run there. Early in the game, early in the first inning, especially where you expect some runs. You never for
and Brock, three pitches in the dirt. That one stopped cleanly by Tate Dubard. Counts 3-0. Courtesy runner Carson Allen on third. Offer taken all the way for strike 1.
I was thinking that might be a situation where you get a green light. He elects to look at 1.
Brock works back to full count. Nice pitch, blown away.
Jacobson doing a really good job early locating that off-speed pitch.
Ball is fouled. We'll do it again.
A lot of times pitchers will have a pretty good off-speed pitch, especially a curveball, but you can tell it's a curve as soon as it leaves their hands. Brock's kind of the opposite. Have a hard time picking it up till really, really late, which makes it really tough on the hitters.
Yep. Ball is hit into left field. It will drop safely for a hit. 1 run will score. Runner will stop at first as Britt Reichley gets it in.
Now batting number 3.
So Bayou on the board first here. Scoring in the top of the first as they did in game 2.
Not sure how many stolen bases Alfred Hill has on the year, but definitely a situation where you might see him be put, and he
He's
goes.
off on a ball that, man, it took Dane Sanford out of position. He would have been hit right to him, but Dane was running over to second to cover the stealing runner, and as such, the ball scoots right past him, behind him, into the outfield.
Yeah,
for a base hit.
One of the advantages of putting a runner in motion, you're certainly going to get either the second baseman or shortstop, usually moving to cover. Just kind of a perfectly placed ball by the Colts.
Yep. Bit of bad luck will bring up, is that Cartwright, Crawford?
This will be Jack Cartwright. The 5th.
Two off-speed pitches, about the same spot, missing a little high. Brings count to 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on first and second. Good pitch there.
I mentioned it earlier as Brock brings a count to 2-1 that the Mustangs have seen something with Cartwright. They continued to bust him in on his hands.
Ball is poked through the hole on the right side of the infield. Fielded by Trace, who comes up throwing. Will be cut off by JC. He'll fire to the plate. Ball will bounce off the runner. Another runner coming home. Tate Dubard will take it himself. He wins the race to the plate, and out at the plate, the runner will take third. But Tate Dubard elects to not flip it to Brock and take it himself to home for the out. So, a lot going on in that play. The speedy Cartwright ends up on third in the mayhem. 1 run scores.
Now batting number 6.
Second run tried to come around after the ball kind of bounced off the runner at home. Dubard recovers it and wins the foot race to home plate to tag out the second runner. So, 2 outs, runner on third. Bayou leads 2-0.
Good pitch after kind of a crazy sequence there by Brock Jacobson getting ahead of the hitter. So 2-0 Colts in the first. It is a little low, according to our home plate umpires. We'll even at 1.
High and in for ball 2.
continuing to work at a pretty fast pace.
Ball is hit to Drew Lamb, who will fire across the diamond. No problem for the third out of the inning. So kind of a wonky play in there. Ends up with 2 runs on the board for Bayou.
Yeah, good job. Hit the end of the bat like almost a cue ball shot there. So Drew did a really good job staying down, securing it, getting a grip on the ball, having to fire it across the diamond.
Yeah, taking that extra step to make sure he had a good throw.
And like you said, look, we anytime you give up 4 hits in an inning, if 2 runs is the only damage that you suffer, so that's the positive part of it.
Sure.
We haven't had great starts this series, so nothing new, but really eager to see if the Mustangs can kind of come right back in the bottom of the first, just like last game, and put the pressure back on the Colts and their pitchers and fielders.
Right, so we'll be back in just a bit for Mustangs' first time at the plate here in the bottom of the first, trailing 2-0 in Game 3.
Mr. B.
Yeah, we're back. Might hear a new voice as our headmaster, Barrett Donahoe, has rejoined us, lamenting that he missed.
The fact I missed the best ending of the season so far? Absolutely. Did you say lamenting?
Lamenting.
I will lament that. Yes, or that's not the way you would say it. I would say yes. How would I phrase that in a sentence as yes?
You can lament something.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Fine, I do. First pitch is in the dirt by pitcher Jake Smith, the starting pitcher and leadoff batter as he faces Nelson Hodges here, the center fielder for the Mustangs. Coach Crowder, thank you for filling in while I was gone. Hodges rips one into the gap in right field, but the right fielder's going to be able to ease over to it and pick it up out of the air for the first out of the inning for the Mustangs. Nelson Hodges, J.C. Gerard, and Dane Sanford due up for the Mustangs here in the bottom of the first, down 2-0. I was watching, I'll be honest, I should have stayed because I watched the live stream while I was supposed to be watching my son's scrimmage. My wife got on to me. Had people in the stands asking what was going on. When Dane hit the grand slam, I almost threw my phone up in the air. I got a little teary-eyed when we scored and won. It was fantastic. Great ending for the Mustangs.
Looking to keep it rolling here. JC fouls one off and looks at strike 2.
That was a curveball on the outside edge. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Gerard. It's ripped towards second baseman, and it goes right underneath his legs as he was sliding to his left, so Gerard's going to reach on an error by the second baseman. Dawson Shine, I believe.
When you're hot, you're hot. JC finds his way on base for the, I believe, 4th time this afternoon. Only been retired once, I believe.
Well, his Dane Sanford is a high fly ball into left field. The left fielder's going to settle under it, and he'll make the play. You know, JC's home run in the first inning of the second game really stopped. It just reversed the course of what was going on over the last 3 games for us, in my opinion, Mr. B. And you saw the game at Bayou. I was at Starkville for those 2 games, but it just kind of put a stop to that.
I'm doing a lot of nodding. It's not good audio, but I agree. I agree with everything you're saying. That was really felt a jolt as this ball is fouled back and just 1 seat away from Miss Shelby Lamb down there.
Glad it didn't hit Miss Lamb. 0-1 count to Brock and Makeupson. Makeupson in the last game. I don't have completed stats. As Coach Crowder did a tremendous job filling in, but he didn't fill out my stat sheet, Mr. B. Swing and a miss by Makeupson, actually fouled off underneath the foot of the catcher.
We're just wrapped up in the emotion of the game.
The bases were loaded and Dane was up at the plate. I was thinking, man, this would be a great time. When it left the bat, you couldn't see it on the live stream. You could hear the call. And, of course, you heard the siren that the girls turned on. Here's the 0-2 pitch with 2 outs, and it's a strike on the outside edge, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error by the Colts. 1 man left on base. We'll head to the top of the second inning when we come back. So the throw down by Tate Dubard, and we will get ready for the top of the second inning with the 7, 8, 9 batters coming up in the order for the Bayou Academy Colts.
Got an all junior Diamond Girl squad up here as the seniors are rehearsing for their senior play. So be sure to come check that out Sunday at 2 or Monday at 6.
Senior play, what a great tradition here at Pillow Academy, and they always do a tremendous job of putting on that production, and all the parents that volunteer and the seniors who put the hard work in. We look forward to seeing that over the next few days. They'll have their dress rehearsal for the elementary tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I've been popping in. I've been helping out a bit, and I've seen a few scenes here and there, and I can tell you it's a lot of fun.
Ball misses up in the zone for the second time in a row, and that'll get Makeupson behind in the count 2-1. Line drive is going to get over Drew Lamb's head, just stays fair. Reichley over to field it. He's going to come up and fire in as the runner's going to slide into second base for a leadoff double.
You know, that was a good pitch by Brock. That was in. That got him on the hands. He was just able to get those hands around quick enough to poke it just fair down the line. It's a tough break there, but a pretty good pitch spoiled by Brock there.
Weaver will be the batter at the plate. Number 21 plays left field for the Colts. Both towards Sanford, takes the hop. He throws it over to third base to get the lead runner, and they got him. Great job by Sanford recognizing that the ball hit to his right side. He had the opportunity to get the lead runner, and job of covering and getting the tag down, and so good heads-up play eliminates a runner in scoring position, and now there's 1 out in the inning.
Great awareness. It's the battled that whole game. Really, really, what team sports are all about, really.
So the runner moves, and there was a late swing, a throw down by Dubard, and they get the out at second base. And it was a very odd play at home plate. It looked like a swinging bunt almost attempt. And Dubard put the ball on the money, And a great tag right there by, I believe that was Sanford that covered.
Yep.
So now there are 2 outs after the leadoff double. And a 0-2 count on, or 1-2 count on the batter. Here's the pitch by Makeson. A swing and a miss. It's down in the dirt. Dubard's got to pick it up. He's got to make a throw to first. He does not. Ball is missed by Gerard. It's backed up nicely right there by Smits. But Gerard couldn't get the ball out of the dirt for the last out of the inning, and that would have been a nice way to end it. It will be a strikeout and a throwing error by the catcher. And that'll bring up the dangerous Jake Smith, who singled his last plate appearance. The pitcher, who was 1 for 4 with 1 run scored and 1 RBI in the first game of the evening. We're not going to give stats from Monday night, Mr. B. Not any positive stats to give. Breaking ball doesn't really break, stays up in the zone and misses for ball 2. So 2-0 now the count.
And as bad as Monday went, it really does make that Game 2 win all that more impressive to respond from that the way they did. Kind of found out what type of team you have, how you respond to something like that, and I'm very impressed with what I saw.
So another ball misses inside. The count is now 3-0 to Smith as runner on first base, see if he's moving. He's not. It's right down the middle for strike 1. So now 3-1 count here with 2 outs. Top of the order is rolled back over. There have been 5 hits in the game. There are 4 hits in the first inning and a hit in this inning. All have been singles except for the double that led off the inning. 3-1 pitch is on the outside edge and not called a strike. Umpire kind of signals outside. Coach Thigpen asking him where it was. Looked like a pretty decent pitch.
Did.
But now you have Austin Batts coming up to the plate. He was 1 for 4 with 1 RBI and 1 run scored in the last game, and he's also struck out looking to start this game. The left-handed catcher for.
Don't see that a lot.
Well, I'm not really sure. I haven't paid enough attention to the way he throws down to know if he throws left-handed.
I'll tell you, I meant to check that on Monday, and then the rest of the game happened, and I forgot.
Well, we'll have an answer for you after this inning. Ball down the dirt, blocked up nicely by Dubard. Dubard's gotten better behind there as the night's gone on, as he's gotten action behind home plate for the first time since earlier in the season. 1-1 now the count. Hard hit ball down the right field line, just foul, and thank goodness it was, because that could have scored 2 with the speedy Smith standing on first base. But as it stands, it'll be a 1-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the second.
Yeah, fortunate there. I gave a fist pump there because that was roped. That was going to go to that corner if that stayed fair. So,
that's the thing about your 7-8-9. When you get 7-8-9 and you make an error to put number 9 on, you get back to the top of the order and things can get really dangerous for you. But as it is, 1-2 count now to Batts, and here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and a strike 3 caught by Tate Dubard. And so Jacobson works his way out of trouble. There were no runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error by the Mustangs. 2 men left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Bayou Academy leads 2-0. So the catcher, to answer the question, the catcher, Austin Batts, throws right, but he bats left. So a great job by his parents putting him in that left-handed batter's box and making him learn how to do it early.
Yep.
Become that left-handed batter that's so dangerous in high school baseball and in all of baseball, really, as you see so many right-handed pitchers at this level. Drew Lamb will step up to the plate to lead off the bottom of the second. Lamb was 1 for 3 in the game earlier today. He did walk and he struck out once, didn't score a run. He's ahead in the count 1-0 now.
That walk got things going in the top of the 7th. And his pinch runner, Colin Moores, ended up being the winning run in that game.
Ground ball right back to the pitcher is fielded nicely by Smith, and he'll throw it over and get Lamb out easily. Excuse me, for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Chamberlain McLean.
Number 24, Chamberlain McLean.
McLean had a big hit in the 7th inning of that ball game to keep the base runners moving. He was 2 for 4 earlier today. He did have a strikeout. Ground ball towards the first baseman, takes a big hop. Chamberlain McLean is hustling. He's going to beat the pitcher to the bag, and McLean gets an infield hit. As Alfred Hill did a great job of ranging back to make the play right at the grass as he moved right towards second base. But McLean was able to beat Smith to the bag and make the get the infield hit.
Yeah, that ball hit so hard that the pitcher just didn't have time to go cover. He was trying, but Chamberlain won that foot race.
Ball outside to Elliott Flowers. You know, Flowers came in, and he had working to get a bunt down in that 7th inning. Then he didn't. He swung. We thought he might bunt, or y'all thought he might bunt. I was watching it online. And then he got hit by a pitch that kept that inning moving. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. He throws it over to second base, and he throws it to first, and that's going to be a double play to end the inning. So 3 balls hit nicely. Good defense by the Colts as the inning will end on an unusual 1-6-3 double play. So no runs, no hit, or no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We'll head to the top of the 3rd when we come back. So we had a question for the Diamond Girls that we'll get to here in just a minute in between innings, and I believe that the crowd listening to us at home is going to agree with the adults in the room, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Alfred Hill will lead off the inning, 3-4-5 up. First pitch is down and away for ball 1. He singled and picked up an RBI, his first plate appearance. Ball misses up in the zone. He was 1 for 4 with a run scored in the first game. 2-0 is the Bayou Academy lead here in the top of the 3rd. Line drive in the left field, same location as last time. He did a good job of turning on it, and Hill now is 2 for 2 in the ball game.
Yeah, inside pitch, able to quick hands, able to turn around on it, pull it into left field. Again, good pitch by Brock, but just a better piece of hitting.
Parker Harris was 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI in the last ball game. And I tell you, they pulled off, the last time he was at the plate, one of the most beautiful hit and runs that we've seen all year long. As Hill took off on first pitch, which he might do here, we'd expect him to. Breaking ball in there, not called strike one. Really good pitch by Jacobson right there.
Yeah, he's hitting his spots.
When Harris was up at the plate last time, Hill took off, and Sanford was covering the bag. Ball was hit right where Sanford moved from. Ball is fouled off, actually not fouled off, picked up by Jacobson, thrown over to first, and the out is made at first. It was off the knob of the bat, and it stayed fair. Jacobson did a good job of coming down and collecting the ball, as that was very odd. The batter hit it and kind of was surprised.
Yeah, it ended up being a pretty good bunt, I suppose. Moves the runner over. But, yeah, everyone kind of stood still for a second there, kind of processing what just happened. 3
of the last 4 outs have been made by the pitchers from both teams. That's a very unusual stat. Ball blocked up nicely by Dubard as the first pitch was down in the dirt.
So, umpire telling Brock something.
Not sure if he was telling him to pause.
That'd be my guess. Brock is a very quick worker, making sure he gets set before he delivers.
Ball misses up in the zone. Now 2-0 is your count. Is a run in scoring position. There's 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Your batter is Jack Cartwright. He singled to right field his last plate appearance.
Runners off.
Runners moving. The throw down to 3rd is not in time, as Alfred Hill was able to take the bag easily. Had a good lead at second base.
Good jump, yep.
Good pick right there by Drew Lamb on the throw down by Dubard.
Makes it all that more important to get this Cartwright, who's got speed and now has a free base in front of him.
2-1 is your count. Here comes a 2-1 pitch from Jacobson. And it's a ball down, just misses. Squeezing a little bit is the umpire now.
So we'll let the crowd noise say what we can or shouldn't.
3-1 count now, as you don't want to walk the runner here with 1 out. Line drive, foul. So good job of Jacobson coming back and throwing a strike, making Cartwright swing. So now full count would be a big punch out if he could get one here. Here comes the full count pitch. And it's way outside, picked by Dubard, and now there are runners on 1st and 3rd with only 1 out. Dubard's going to come out and give signal to 1st and 3rd defense. And we have a little update on tennis, Mr. Bernews. What's it going to give us?
Yeah, for senior night here, our home tennis game, tennis won 8-1 over Washington School. So congratulations to Mustangs, and a special congratulations to the seniors, Dia Chawla, Noah Larry, and Avery McDaniel.
Runner was moving on the first pitch, fouled off. As Bryson Cox steps up to the plate. Congratulations. Yes, absolutely. Congratulations to our tennis team and all those over there celebrating senior night.
This put together a pretty good year, Coach.
Absolutely, as they typically do. Great tradition in tennis that we have here at Pillow Academy.
Oh, yeah.
So many people work hard to make that happen. Runner goes again, and a line drive into center field. Hodges is going to let it hit in front of him, picks it up. I say let it hit in front of him.
Yeah.
He was not going to be able to field the ball, but he did a good job of coming up and catching on 1 hop and not allowing the runner that was moving at first base to advance to 3rd. So good job by Hodges. But the single does play to run, and that's a RBI for Bryson Cox. That'll bring up Bo Linkhouse, who doubled his last plate appearance. So here is batter, first pitch, swing and a miss on a ball outside for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a line drive into left center field. That ball's going to get down. Here comes Hodges. He throws home, and the great job of coming up, throwing, and fielding the ball is Hodges. And does not allow the runner to advance home from second, so the bases will be loaded now, but that'll be 8 hits on the afternoon so far in the second game for the Colts.
Yeah, good thought and good throw by Hodges. Kind of letting the hitters know, too, that if they think about going, they'll have to keep that in the back of their mind, that he can throw them down.
Ground ball that's going to get past the diving Sanford. 1 runs in. Reichley comes up. He throws it. Another run's trying to score. Sanford's going to hold it. 2-run score, and now the Colt lead is 5-0 on the single by Weaver. And Coach Thigpen is going to come out and visit with Makeumson, and we'll see if Coach Thigpen decides to make a move. So talking to the Diamond Girls in between games, the conversation that we heard, Mr. Benuzowicz, was they asked, one of the Diamond Girls asked the one that was playing music, she said, is this the clean version? And our comment to them was, if we have to ask if it's the clean version, should it even be played at all?
Question for you, though. Would you prefer a clean version of a song or no music during a Mound Music?
Well, we had no music then. I would prefer a clean version of an already clean song. But with all that being said, that brings up the question, why even have the song on the playlist if it has to be the clean version? And there's a nice bunt right there that is going to stay fair by Dawson.
I mean, come on. That ball rolled right down and came to a stop on the third baseline.
So to start this inning, we've gone single, ground out, walk, single, 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 4 singles in a row, and that's 10 hits now for the Colts, and a 5-0 lead, and bases are still loaded with only 1 out. So here comes the pitch from Makeumson, and it's a fastball. This is up. Makeumson trying to get the call there. Got to stop the bleeding here, do the Mustangs. Here comes the set, the pitch, gets away from Dubard. Another run is going to be in as Dubard throws it back dangerously to Makeumson as it crosses the runner.
Some frustration and urgency there.
Yeah.
Trying to try to maybe force something that isn't there.
The lead is now 6-0 here in the top of the third inning.
You can't knock the heart, but you can't be doing that.
Another ball misses high. The count is now 3-0. Makeumson just can't quite find the zone. Jack Smith is the batter. He has singled and walked in this game. And a ball high, and that'll be it for Makeumson as the bases are going to be loaded. And he's unable to get out of the third. So somebody's going to come in a difficult situation, and we're going to see who that is. It looks like Trey Smits is jogging in from right field, so it looks like he might be the guy to take the mound here. And Drew Lamb is going to jog out to right field. So Lamb is going to go to right field. Smits is going to come in and hand a glove over to JC, and we're going to watch Smits warm up. He's going to come in a tough situation. We'll be back shortly. Mustangs trail 6-0. So we're back. Trey Smith will be the pitcher, and he enters in a very precarious situation. I'm not going to let you outdo me with vocabulary. Don't know if I used it right or necessarily correct, Mr. B.
Now batting number 11.
I think it was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll say good. Mr. B's acting like he doesn't know now.
I was checking, making sure the score was right, in all honesty.
I got you. Austin Batt steps up. He struck out twice on the afternoon. We need one here as the bases are full and already facing a 6-run deficit. Pitch gets away from Dubar, but he's going to slide back to that really nice-looking oval PA emblem that's behind home plate now.
That's right.
That Mr. B's showing on his live stream. Mr. B is going to be the guest speaker at Rotary Club next Tuesday.
That's right.
He's going to take a couple of students, and they're going to show off robots and media arts programs. We're excited about that. Ball misses high for ball 2. So now 2-0 count as Smits is trying to find the zone here. So 2-0 count now, and Smits is going to come set, and he delivers. High fly ball that's on the infield. Should be an infield fly rule. It is infield fly. If Smits catches it, and that is a huge out for the Mustangs. Jacobson trying to call him off. Smits won't let him, and they're both talking now. So, big out.
Now batting number 13.
And now,
Alfred Hill.
as we have a very unusual circumstance going, now 4 of the last 5 outs have been made by the pitcher.
Sure, yeah.
And it would be the last 5 outs if the pitcher would have beat Chamberlain McLean to the bag.
Weird game. Baseball's weird.
Baseball's weird. Alfred Hill steps up to the plate. He's a very dangerous hitter. He has singled both times at the plate in this game. First pitch, ground ball, picked by Jacobson, step on third, and an out right there, and a great job defensively by Jacobson and Smits to get out of that inning. And so while the lead is a little daunting, Mr. B, we still have a shot in this game if we can get some offense going. So I'll try to give the stat line real quick before we get out of this thing. There was 4 runs scored on 4 hits. There was an error by the Mustangs. There were 3 men left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the third. 6-0 is the score, Bayou, Captain.
She's a good girl, loves her mom, loves Jesus, in America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, loves horses, and her boyfriend too. Miss a long
Sun beginning to set here. Turn into a cool evening. See the blankets and sleeping bags out there. We are nice and toasty in the plywood.
In the plywood. That's a good way to put it. Plywood. Not really plywood. Yeah, it is. We're not going to get into that. First pitch is called strike. We can get out of our depth quickly here, Mr. P. Ball outside. Although I did work at a lumber company in Oxford, Mississippi. Great story about that. I'll tell you that here in just a minute. 1-1 now the count to Trey Smits, the pitcher now for the Mustangs. He's trying to get something going here offensively for Pill Academy. Sees a fastball that ran in on his hands, called strike 2. So 1-2 is the count as Mr. B signals down to our Diamond Girls, trying to tell them to get it right on the board. Trying to keep them straight up here. That's a hard thing to do. Smits kind of flares one over Alfred Hill's head.
That'll do.
And that'll be a base hit for Smits. His first hit of this game, his first at bat of this game. That'll bring up Britt Reichley.
Now batting number 15, Brett Reichel.
I tried to pull a fast one on my parents in college, and I was going to take all Tuesday and Thursday classes, Mr. B. Yeah, my dad called me on a Monday morning about a week and a half in, 2 weeks in. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm about to go to class about 7:30 in the morning. He said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. He said, no, you're not. He said, I pay your bills. I know when you go to class and when you don't. He said, but I know what you're going to do. You're going to meet a guy named Bo Elliott down at Elliott Lumber Company. At 9 o'clock, he's got a job for you. For the rest of that semester, I worked from 7 to 5, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So didn't really work out the way I hoped it would. 1-0 count to Reichley, swing and a miss right there. 0-1 count, sorry. So now 0-2 to Reichley.
Parents do tend to know best.
They tend to know everything, even when you don't think they do. 0-2 pitch now coming to Reichley with a man on first base and no outs here in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the third, and the ball misses up for ball one. I've heard you have a really nice lumberyard working experience that you're going to share with us later. Ball misses way outside on the breaking ball. Snap throw back to first base is not in time. As Bats came up and threw it down the hill. He just couldn't quite get the tag in. Not a bad thought right there by the catcher from Bayou Academy. Hill did a good job of covering. 2-2 now is the count on Reichley. And he pops one up over our heads here at the press box. Are your Baltimore Orioles playing tonight, Mr. B?
My Baltimore Orioles.
Are they?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm a Red Sox fan.
2-2 count now to Reichley. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he gets him on a fastball inside for the first out of the inning.
My friends start complaining when the Orioles are playing.
Nelson Hodges.
We'll find out here shortly. Nelson Hodges, who flew out to right field on a hard-hit line drive that was fielded nicely by the right fielder in the first inning, comes up to the plate. Sees a breaking ball that stays up in the zone.
Called my close personal friend David Ortiz, told him, look, we got baseball doubleheader Thursday. You cannot open the season against the Yankees on a Thursday. You got to push it back to Friday. He said, John, I got you.
Swinging and a miss by Hodges. Well, you know, what's impressive, though, is just the great relationship that the two of you have. You need to get him down here on campus to speak at some point. Might hold you to that.
I'll try.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch
man.
to Hodges. Yeah, I'm sure he is busy. Hit
through the hole.
Through the hole. Shortstop tried to come up with it. Couldn't make the play in the 6th hole. And now there are 2 runners on with 1 out. And the heart of this order coming up to the plate. So that'll be a single for Hodges. And the 3rd hit of the afternoon or the second game, I would rather say, for the Mustangs. And Gerard coming up to the plate. Man, would love to see him get into one here and tighten this thing up a little bit more. And he line drives over the shortstop's head. Trey Smits is going to be moving. And they're going to send him. The throw comes into the shortstop, goes underneath his glove, and that's going to score a run. As J.C. Gerard picks up an RBI on the single. And a good job of moving base runners.
Yep, wasted no time going after the first pitch, popping it into left center.
So a little bit of fight here by the Mustangs, down 6-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Scored a run. They have 1 out, and the dangerous Dane Sanford up at the plate. He flew out to center field his last play, and he hits a ball hard. Shortstop gloves, and he's going to try to make the play at first, and Sanford beats him on the infield hit. A really good play right there by Bo Linkhouse.
Didn't get the out, but that was a phenomenal range to make that play and a great throw from distance, off balance, to just get it to first base, you know, without it sailing anywhere was just really, really impressive. But bases loaded now with 1 out for Brock Makemson.
First pitch to Makemson is, you see right there, Jake Smith kind of overthrew right there for the first time. You can tell he's getting a little frustrated. Hard ball fouled off. Now it'll be a 1-1 count. You know, Smith has been really good so far through this game, but has given up 4 hits in this inning. The Mustangs need to take advantage of that. You got Makemson and then Drew Lamb coming up. Makemson flew out to left field, his last plate appearance. I'm sorry, struck out looking his last plate appearance. Another ball fouled off there.
Just keep fouling it off towards that construction area of the renovated gymnasium coming next year.
The construction area was a mud hole, is now a nice dirt pad. You know, Jacobson's got a steady diet of fastballs here as Smith has really been attacking him. We'll see if he comes back with off-speed pitch here on the 1-2. And he does not. Jacobson hits a ball into foul territory that's going to drift out of play. Off the bat, it looked like it was a hard-hit ball opposite field. The count will remain 1-2 as he continues to throw Jacobson fastballs. Base hit would probably play 2. And there's a ground ball, just foul down the left field line. So Jacobson hanging in there. That was a breaking ball. Got out in front of it.
Good job of protecting with 2 strikes on him.
And a line drive into center field. The center fielder's going to make the play. That will easily score the run from third base as Hodges tags up. And Jacobson does a job. He really got into that ball, man.
Yep. He could hit it right on the screws, just right at the center fielder, but plenty deep enough for the sac fly to bring home the Mustangs' second run of the inning.
So Drew Lamb, the winning pitcher from...
But, you know, it feels good to say that. Drew Lamb, the winning pitcher. That's his first win of the season.
And that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing that he picked up his first win tonight. Breaking ball misses up for ball 1. He comes up with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Would like to pick up another one here. 4-run lead now for the Colts in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ground ball there down the first base line. 1 run's going to score. There goes Sanford hustling around to third, and he's going to stand up at third, and Drew Lamb has a stand-up double that scores 2 runs, or scores 1 run, I'm sorry, here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Good baseball here by the Mustangs. Really just every batter up, making something happen, moving runners over, waiting on the big hit station to station. Finally, a ball back to the pitcher by Chamberlain McLean will end the inning.
Well, he hit it hard. It got gloved up by the pitcher right there, and out was made. But the Mustangs do cut into the lead. There were 3 runs scored on 5 hits by the Mustangs. There were no errors by the Colts. We will head to, there were 2 men left on. We will head to the top of the 4th. 6-3 is your score here at Nebraska Park.
Now batting number 3, Parker Harris.
So Parker Harris will lead off the 4th inning for the Colts as Trey Smits comes back out to the mound in what is now a 3-run contest as the Mustangs were able to cut into that lead on 5 hits in the last inning. A single and a ground out to the pitcher for Harris in this ball game. In the nightcap, I guess you'd call it, Mr. B?
Yeah, sure. Twilight setting in here.
1-0 is the count as Schmitz delivers, and the ball is outside for ball 2.
Schmitz effective coming in relief of Brock Jacobson. Able to put out the fire of a 4-run third inning.
Here's the 1-0 pitch from Schmitz, and it is a breaking ball not in there for strike 1. So 3-0 count now. First 3 pitches of the top of the 4th have been balls. Ball misses high, and that's a 4-pitch walk for Parker Harris. That'll bring up Jack Cartwright, center fielder.
Now batting number 1.
Cartwright is singled and walked in the nightcap. We're going to continue to call it the nightcap, Mr. B.
I like it.
Runner at first base. Try to get a Starkville Academy Magnolia Heights score tonight. That's a huge series in our district. Without a doubt, the top 2 teams in our district, as Cartwright squares the bunt, a good job of rotating by the defense. Huge series in our conference, as Magnolia Heights and Starkville are both really, really good teams, probably both competing against each other for the state championship, just to be honest. That series, because of rain, started tonight. They'll play tonight, then they'll play 2 games on Saturday, so we'll try to get that score too. Ball 1 to Cartwright.
Mag Heights, our opponent next week. They short week because of Easter, scheduled for Tuesday and Wednesday, with rain scheduled for those days as well.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday-Wednesday matchup because of some issues with prom and senior play, and not really issues with senior play. We couldn't move it to Monday, so because of senior play, and they have prom on Thursday. And so anyway, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll see what happens. I haven't looked at the extended forecast. Here comes the 2-1 pitch now to Cartwright. It's a ground ball, chopper in the 6 hole. Sanford gloves it. He's going to throw across, and he's not going to be in time, but JC did do a good job of picking it.
He made that interesting, let me tell you.
Just like the shortstop for the Colts did in the last inning, Sanford did the same as he backhanded the ball in the 6 hole, but Cartwright will get an infield single, and that'll bring up Bryson Cox, who flew out or grounded out to Drew Lamb at third base. His first at bat.
I think most other batters other than Cartwright in that lineup, I think he might actually get him by a step. But Cartwright's a good player. I like what I see. He's good on getting on base real quick, solid in center field. Good player, Cartwright.
Swing and a miss. Foul ball by Bryson Cox. 1 for 2. Interesting to see if they might try to lay a bunt down here and advance the runners with no outs and runners on first and second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Called strike 2, so now Smith's way ahead.
That was pretty.
On the Bayou Academy right fielder, who's played a good right field tonight. He's made some good plays. He has a good jump on the ball.
Yeah, with wind blowing out there, too. Nothing's easy.
0-2 pitch. Way outside, gets away from Dubard, and that's going to advance both runners. And the decision not to bunt does not come back to hurt the Colts. So the Mustangs in trouble here in the top of the 4th inning. They have 2 runners in scoring position and no outs. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just misses, hitting him inside on the 1-2 pitch. So here comes the 2-2 pitch now. A line drive that's going to get over the head of J.C. Gerard will score 2 runs. 1 run hits the bag. Throw comes all the way in home. It was not cut by Gerard. Good job of locking up by Dubar, but he had no play at the plate, and so that's an RBI single, 2 RBI single for Cox, and they'll stretch that lead back out to 8-3. So Coach Thigpen's going to come out and visit with Trey Smith. While he does that, we're going to take a break. It looks like there might be a pitching change up.
Yeah, I think he pointed at Dane.
So we'll see how this looks as we get into the top of the fourth, and now they've stretched it back to a 5-run lead. So we'll take a break. We'll come back here when the action resumes momentarily.
Now batting number 31, Bo Lingus.
So we're back as Dane Sanford takes the mound with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 runs have scored, and there's a runner on first base. That is Bryson Cox, who just hit a 2 RBI single. Fastball misses down for ball 1. Bo Linkus is at the plate, the shortstop. He has a double and a single. He's 2 for 2 tonight in this nightcap, Mr. B.
I love it.
I like that you're so excited about it. Ball gets away from Dubar. He can't find it. It's sitting right next to the beautiful PA oval emblem. He picks it up, but the runner will advance to second base. Background noise being made off to my left. 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch from Smith, working out of the from Sanford, working out the stretch, and there's a fastball in the inside corner for strike 1. Good velocity by Sanford right now.
Yeah, something we've come to expect. He's got a heater for sure.
Coach Crowder just came in and said that everybody needs a heater right now. He said that it is a chilly night in April. Plywood is our best friend right now, as Mr. B was pointing out earlier. Particle board. Particle board. That's the word I was looking for, Mr. B. Not plywood, it's particle board.
With our lumber mill experience, we really should have known that right off the bat.
Well, I do have experience. Hard to believe that was 20 years ago. Ball gets away from Dubard. A little bit more background noise to my left. Hard to believe it was 20 years ago, but it was. No, I don't think that experience was. That experience was actually my senior year, my first senior year. Another free pass by the Mustangs, and now there's runners on first and third as Dubar gives the first and third sign to the infield. You see John Heston Powers in the bullpen warming up. Would expect to see him at some point tonight. Sanford struggles to get out. Sanford was one of the heroes of the first game as he hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 6th inning to tie the game at 6, and the Mustangs walked it off in the 7th, 7-6, and that big victory for the Mustangs. First pitch in there for strike 1.
Mustangs showed some fighting spirit and come back for 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd.
Here's the 0-1 pitch as the runner goes, swing and a miss, and Dubard
Yeah,
can't get there, and that should have been runner interference, but it's not going to be called as the batter stepped in front of Dubard.
Kind of lingered there.
I think you actually have to get the ball out of your hand, though, for the interference to be called. So 0-2 is the count with runners on second and third and no outs here in the fourth inning. Fastball up. Check swing does not offer. Now the count will be 1-2.
Kind of thought about that high heat, though. I wonder if Dane can go back to that right here.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Misses way outside. Pass ball. Runner will score as he goes back up into the net. You know, we've seen that more this year.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the reason for that is. We didn't see it a lot last year. But the run scores, and now the lead has been stretched back out to 6 as they've answered the 3 runs that were scored in the bottom of the third inning. And the Mustangs struggling to get outs here in the top of the fourth. So, another run on third base. Marshall Weaver fouls it off. 2-2 is your count. Coach Serio just sneezed downstairs, and everybody heard it here in the press box. Particle board can save you from the wind, Mr. B, but it can't save you from hearing the sneeze in the concession stand.
Yeah, I got to take a second.
Swing and a miss. Well, foul tip. The professional that Mr. Bernuzowicz is in all aspects of what he does, he has lost all composure with what just took place. He's had to take his headset
Sounded
off.
like a cartoon cat sneezing.
Well, here's the thing about that, Mr. B. I'm not so sure that I could really relate. I don't know if I've ever seen a cartoon cat sneeze.
Like the old Looney Tune things, sure.
2-2 pitch coming now. Swing and a miss, and a big strikeout right there by Sanford Weaver, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So after a walk, a single, and another walk, the Mustangs get their first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Dawson Shine, who struck out, but he reached on a throwing error by Dubard in the second, and he singled in the third. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off. Where'd it go, Mr. B?
I have no idea.
Mr. B, you were supposed to say to the construction zone.
Well, I couldn't find the ball because I cannot see the entire right side of the field.
The good news about what I'm about to tell you is that I'm about to make a promise to you, Mr. Bernuzowicz.
Okay.
After this pitch, here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's way inside for ball one. I promise that by next baseball season, that window will be replaced.
I don't know what to say.
Thank you would be nice. 1-1, here's the 1-1 pitch, locked up nicely by Dubard. Shine.
Do want to thank you and take the opportunity to thank the Booster Club, too, just for allowing us to bring this game here to you.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Sanford as the infield is playing in on the grass. Ball outside edge called strike 2, so the umpire's zone getting a little wider here as the evening air cools off and the time ticks a little bit closer to 8 o'clock. So 2-2 pitch now, another big pitch here from Sanford. And it is a chopper towards third. That's going to be a tough play for Lamb. He gloves it. He throws over to first, but it's not going to be in time. If that'll be an infield single from Shine, and another run scores, and that'll bring up the top of the order. And the Mustangs are now going to have to face this dangerous part of this order. We move forward. Update from the Magnolia Heights Starkville
Now batting number 16,
series.
Jake Smith.
Top of the fourth inning, Magnolia Heights leads Starkville Academy 7-5. Not sure exactly where that game's being played, if it's at Magnolia or if it's at Starkville. But it is the first game of 3 games. Pop fly on the infield. Sanford's calling it. He makes the play for the second out of the inning as Jake Smith flies out to the pitcher. Good job of Sanford taking control of that right there, Mr. B. As he was moving towards the ball as Dubar tried to shed and get turned to make the play.
Yep, and he's not wearing all kinds of gear or anything either. Able to definitely his ball, and he was right to take charge there.
So here is the two-hole hitting Austin Batts. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He struck out, or 0 for 3 in the nightcap. He struck out twice, and he flew out to the pitcher his last plate appearance. Here's the 1-0 pitch. The runner moves on a delayed steal, and Dubard was not ready for it. And the runner takes the bag. Good job by the Bayou Academy Colts on the delay steal. Saw that Dubard was he was working the frame with the runner on base, and they saw that. They picked up on it. It's a nice job by Bayou and base runner. Foul ball hard into the net, right in front of the bleachers on the.
Ball was way in on his hands there.
Now a 1-2 count. Really pretty sunset we have behind us right here, Mr. B. If you look out the window to our left. Look out the window to our left. I'm going to show you where the window to our left is, Mr. B. Here's the 1-2 pitch now to Batts. There's the pitch. It's way in on him, and it does not hit him. He gets out of the way, but the base runner is now going to advance to third base, and they'll have a run on third here with with 2 outs. So here comes the 2-2 pitch from Sanford. Fastball that misses outside for ball 3. So now 3-2 count with Alfred Hill standing on deck. So the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Sanford strikes him out. Not a bad job by Sanford once he came in to get out of an inning, but the Colts do plate 4 more runs. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bayou Academy leads 10-3. Hi, Mr. B, we're back.
We are, and we got our work cut out for us.
We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. 10-3 is the lead for Bayou Academy. Hill Academy took game 1 of the doubleheader tonight, 7-6. But Bayou Academy's come back with the bats. They have 10 runs on 13 hits. Mustangs have only made 1 error. The Colts have really hit the ball here in game number 2. Flowers will lead off. 7-8-9 coming up. Flowers, who grounded into a 1-6-3 double play his last at bat, sees the fastball and fouls it off.
And another ball gets stuck in the net.
Must need a new net, Mr. B. I'm going to say it's the net issue is what it is at this point. We'll have to work on that.
Well, it is doing its job as a net, which is to trap the baseballs.
Don't know who is in action in SEC play tonight, but we will find out as it is Thursday night. Can't believe it's already Thursday night. Don't know whether to say it's been a long week or a short week.
April's kind of all roll into one.
It is definitely a very hectic month.
Sure is.
In our business. Arkansas is playing Florida in SEC play. Ground ball towards the second baseman. He picks it up. Flowers is hustling, and he just gets him in time. Nice job by the second baseman, Dawson Strive.
Yeah, sticking with it. Kind of lost his footing a bit, but able to recover and beat Flowers by a step. And Flowers was moving.
So that'll bring up Trey Smits, who singled his first plate appearance this game. And he hits a hard line drive down the right field line, but it is going to go foul. Arkansas is beating Florida 8-0 in the bottom of the ninth. Florida really struggling here.
They are.
For those of you who pay attention to SEC baseball. More people pay attention to SEC baseball than Major League Baseball. Ground ball towards third baseman. He gloves it, picks it up. He's going to throw, and it is in time. Two very close plays, but both plays have been made cleanly by the Colts. Not a bad job of hustling.
And we have a pinch hitter.
Now batting number 4, John Heston Powers.
That'll be John Heston Powers, who's hitting for Britt Reichley here in the bottom of the fourth inning in a 7-run ball game. Kentucky and Texas Texas A&M play tonight at 8 o'clock, so they'll actually have first pitch in 1 minute. That was one of the songs that we were talking about earlier. Clean versus non-clean version. Whether you should play a song if it was in question. Major League Baseball update scores. We'll give that to you in just a minute. Swing and a miss by John Heston. Kansas City Royals won today over the Cleveland Guardians. I got to get used to saying that, 3-1.
Dumb name.
Dumb name. Is there a reason for the name?
They got some traffic circle with some figures on it called the Guardians. Heston Powers is welcome to the game by getting plunked. But it's a base runner.
Cardinals beat the Pirates today, 9-0. The Cardinals start off the year hot.
Nelson Hodges.
The Reds are leading the Braves, the defending world champion Braves, 3-0 in the bottom of the third. Through 2, the Nationals and the Mets have no score. The Milwaukee Brewers got beat 5-4 by the Chicago Cubs. And that is your scoring update so far, Major League Baseball on opening night. Regardless of whether you want to hear the scores or not, we're gonna give them to you during every broadcast. Nelson Hodges has a 1-0 count. Ball down in the zone called strike one, so 1-0 to Hodges.
Ready to give my NL Cy Young pick.
Give it to me. Last year you nailed it. Nobody besides, we talked about it during one of the games last year.
At Washington.
You absolutely nailed it. You said it would be Corbin Burns, and he was. Chopper is going to be a hard play for the shortstop. Hodges out just in time. 3 very close plays at first base. I think the umpire got all of them right.
I agree. They were close, but I think they got them by a step, all 3.
Not bad defensively by the Colts, and so the Mustangs will strand a runner. No runs on no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 5th inning, 10-3. Bayou Academy leads. So we're back here ready for the top of the 5th inning as Dane Sanford will step back on the mound for the Mustangs, and the Colts, who have racked up 13 hits through 4 innings,
Now batting number
will have
13, Alfred Hill.
3, 4, 5 up in the order. Alfred Hill, who has singled twice and grounded out to the third baseman Brock Makerson, who made a really good pick and stepped on third base to get a big out in the 3rd inning. Foul ball off Dubard's chest right there. Strike 1. So Coach Thickman's going to go out and check on Dubard right there, talk to him for just a minute. So last year, Mr. Bernuszewicz, preseason, the opening day of Major League Baseball, predicted the Cy Young Award winner for Major League Baseball last year, and he nailed it. It was Corbin Burns from the Milwaukee Brewers. Who you got this year?
Well, tied into SEC baseball, going to have former Vanderbilt Commodore Walker Buehler of the loaded Los Angeles Dodgers.
Walker Buehler is your prediction for the Cy Young Award. Please record this. And next October, or November, I guess, we'll be talking about it. The 0-1 pitch flew up and in, almost hit Hill. Now 1-1 count. I think your MVP is going to come out of California as well. I believe I can't say his first name, Ohtani from the Los Angeles Angels will be your MVP.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Something special there. Modern-day Babe Ruth, pitching and hitting dingers.
They are really, really loaded offensively.
Yeah, and they're still going to finish with like 80 wins and miss the playoffs.
And that all has to do with pitching. 2-1 count now to Hill. Fastball in again. Just a little bit. Called strike 2. It looked like it was in off the plate. Called strike 2, so now 2-2 count to Hill. Got to be a fun team to watch offensively, though, or the Angels. 2-2 pitch is a line drive foul down the third baseline. So here comes the 2-2 pitch again to Hill. Outside corners, called strike 3 on a delayed call.
Yeah, nice. Flair for the dramatic there.
And a big first out right there for
Now batting number 3, Parker Harris.
the Mustangs and Dane Sanford. So Parker Harris, who is singled, grounded out to the pitcher and walked. And the Nightcap comes up to the plate. Ball inside, misses, ball 1.
I think when I go back and change the name of these on YouTube so you can figure out which is game 1 and game 2, I think I'm going to have to include Nightcap in there.
I believe that that would be a good decision, Mr. Bernuszewicz. Wind's still blowing. Relatively hard. A high fly ball into left center field. Incoming is John Heston, and he drops it. Throw into second base by Hodges, goes over the head of Flowers. And that'll be an error on the left fielder.
Well, the ball tends to find you in baseball. John Heston Powers relieving Britt Reichley, pinch hitting for him last inning, takes over in left field and can't make the play on a ball that tailed in, and he really had to be at a dead sprint from the get-go to even catch up with that thing.
So Jack Cartwright comes up to the plate. He reached on a single his last plate appearance. He's 2 for 2 on the Nightcap. He walked his second plate appearance. Has 2 singles. Now bats with the runner on second base here in the top of the 5th inning. That is the second error of the Nightcap for the Mustangs. Ball inside, misses for ball 2, so now 2-0 count. Two-0 pitch from Sanford is a ground ball chopper that's going to be fielded by Lamb. He throws it over to first for the out, and a good play by Lamb and good stretch by Gerard to get the runner at first base. He had to move to his left. He kind of bobbled it when it hit his glove.
Just say good job of the umpire for getting out of the way of that one without really affecting the play too much. And I mean that in all sincerity. That was hit really right at the umpire with Brock and Drew both kind of converging behind him, but he got out of the way, allowed Drew to field that and make the play.
And that was a speedy Jack Cartwright that they were able to get out. So that'll bring up Cox, who's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a ground out to Lamb. He's got to run on third, so Dubard's going to have to be tough back there behind home plate. Don't need to allow the Colts to stretch this lead anymore.
It's definitely not 2-1.
It's not 2-1. Don't know. It's 1-0. Pitch on the outside corner now. And I believe the count is 0-2.
0-2. Got it.
So an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch by Sanford. Fastball in, framed up, and a called strike 3. Good job right there by Sanford.
Good job by Tate, too.
And he strands the runner at third base after the error in left field. So no runs, no hits, 1 error by the Mustangs. 1 man left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 10-3 is the Colt lead. J.C. Gerard will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Mustangs, who trail 10-3 in the second game of a doubleheader here at Lewis Coleman Field. The Mustangs won 7-6 in game 1. Were able to pull back. They fell down 6-0 early in this game. Came back and made it a 6-3 game, but in the top of the 4th, Bayou Academy played 4 more runs to make it a 10-3 ball game, and that's where we stand. J.C. Gerard has reached on an error by the second baseman and has a single. He's 1 for 2 in the second game. Ball way inside, misses for ball 1. As Jake Smith takes the mound for his 5th inning of work. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and this is 1-0 pitch, and this is a ball that misses up. 2-0 now to count to Gerard. So a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Ball misses inside, and that is going actually called a strike. Same pitch that was given the strike to strikeout call right there to Cox to end the inning. And a line drive over the shortstop's head, and that's going to be another hit for Gerard as he rounds the bag at first base, and he's going to put on the brakes there. And Gerard has been hot tonight. He's going to get that average back above 500, I believe, Mr. B.
Yeah. Doing all he can to earn it. Been really, really productive today. Real spark for this offense.
And that'll bring up Dane Sanford. Sanford flew out to left field and then reached on a single in the 3rd. First pitch is in there for called strike 1. Mustangs got to get something going here pretty quick if they're going to get back in this thing. They've got 9 outs to play with. Swing and a miss for strike 2 as he let that back foot get away from him. He does that from time to time. That back foot kind of moves as he swings the bat through the zone. now 0-2 is your count. Breaking ball way out in front. Fouled off down the left field line. It hits the fence and almost rolls back into fair territory. So the count's now 1-2. Gerard not much of a lead over at first base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, fly ball into right field. That ball is deep. That ball is just foul as it hits and bounces into the corner right there down the right field line.
Yeah, almost looks like just the raw power and ability of Dane, that he looked like he was almost just fighting that ball off, and it still traveled about 300 feet down the line.
So count will remain at 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Change up, a nice change up, got him way out in front, and that's a strikeout for Sanford. His second of the evening, his first of the game. So he's had a good night at the plate.
First of the nightcap.
First of the nightcap. Brock Mason, who reached on a sacrifice fly. He hit a sacrifice fly that scored a run in the third inning. Struck out, or his 2 plate appearances in this game. Breaking ball misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss on the ball upstairs for ball, or for strike 1. We do have an update on archery we're going to give you here in just a minute. After the pitch. Smith comes set. Grant fly ball that's going to land fair on the line drive. Just past the first baseman. A nice piece of hitting right there by Brock Makerson. Now there are 2 runners on with 1 out.
So that archery update from Miss Jane Hart-Hargett. Thank you, Jane Hart. Middle school came in 5th, high school 9th, and that was the final regular season meet for the archery team. So congratulate Coach Branson and all of our fine archers on a fine season.
Archery is a sport that's really coming into its own here in the association.
Growing
really
every year that I've been here anyway.
First pitch to Lamb misses for ball 1. Lamb, he grounded out to the pitcher in the second. In the third, he hit a double that played at a run. Pick up a double here would get him at least 1, maybe 2, with Makinson standing on first base. Makinson got good speed on the base path. 2-0 now to Lamb. Got Chamberlain McLean standing on deck. Pitch misses outside for ball 3, so now 3-0 count to Lamb. The leader on the team in walks. So the 3-0 pitch is right down the middle for strike 1 as Lamb was watching all the way.
Yeah. I mean, down 7, don't want to get you only on your pitch right there. We need base runners more than anything.
Swing and a foul ball tip caught by the catcher for strike 2, and so Smith has worked back. That was a changeup that Lamb was out in front of. He's worked back in the count to bring it full, and so Lamb will see a full count pitch here. Breaking ball, fouled off into foul territory. Alfred Hill has a play on it, and he makes the play. It was a breaking ball that stayed inside on him. He hit it off his hands, fouled it off. Hill was able to make the play, and that is the second out of the inning.
Thought that maybe borderline, just trying to fight it off, stay alive. Unfortunately, pops it out.
McLean's hit the ball hard both times he's been at the plate. He hit a hard ground ball back to the pitcher, who made a great play on it his last at bat. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 1, and he singled his first plate appearance in the second. He ended up being part of that double play. McLean could come up with a big one here. And he swings at the fastball on the outside edge and fouls it off. Knew it was on the outside edge. Didn't really put a great cut on it, but he did enough to make contact. 1-1. He's going to hit a home run before the season's over, Mr. B.
I agree. It's going to be down the right field line.
1-1 pitch to McLean. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. 4 strike 2. Magnolia Heights heading into the 6th inning, lead Starkville Academy 9-5 in the first game of that series. 1-2 pitch is ball up and away for ball 2, so now 2-2 is the count to McLean. We do have some hockey scores tonight, Mr. B. We'll talk a little hockey here in a few minutes. Mr. B was watching hockey earlier on his iPhone. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get through, and that should score a run. Gerard hits the bag at third, and he will score easily as Chamberlain McLean hits it hard again and picks up an RBI. What a night for the freshman.
Yep, outstanding piece of hitting. Right up the middle. Bring up another capable freshman, Elliott Flowers.
Flowers will step up to the plate. Grounded into that 1-6-3 double play and then grounded out to the second baseman. His last plate appearances. Made good contact in this game in the nightcap. 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Mustangs. There's a pitch on the outside edge called ball 1. Glad he didn't call it strike 1. Mr. Benuzwitz is quickly checking hockey scores before I get to that point of the program here tonight. We're going to continue that. That's the first time I think we've called this a program, but I think we'll continue to do so, Mr. B.
I like it.
Ball down in the dirt to Flowers is ball 2, so now 2-0 count.
The Nightcap program.
The Nightcap program. Thursday night baseball here on Pill Academy Network. 2-0 count. Pitch inside misses for ball 3, and so now Flowers way ahead in the count. And the Colts are in danger of loading the bases here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning, leading 10-4. 3-1 pitch is outside for ball 4. So Flowers is going to reach on a 4-pitch walk, and Trey Schmitz comes up in a big spot here.
Now batting number 9, Trey Schmidt.
Jake Smith tries to work out of a jam here in the 5th.
No visit from Bayou's coach. No pep talk. He's trusting his pitcher.
First pitch, swing and a miss by Smits for strike 1.
Apparently in MLB, they're doing the interview the players in mid-game thing.
Line drive by Smits into center field. That ball's going to get down in front of Cartwright, and it gets by Cartwright. It rolls close to the wall. We're going to touch the bag at second base as Elliott Flowers missed the bag. The throw goes over the third baseman's head. Flowers is going to try to score. He is going to score safely at home, and the base is clear for the Mustangs with Trey Smits picks up the single with the error by Cartwright. And all 3 runs score here with 2 outs in
Now batting number 4, John Heston Powers.
the bottom of the 5th, and that will make this a 10-7 ball game here in the 5th inning.
Might have to put that hockey talk on ice.
That was probably the worst joke of our broadcasting career together, and I call it a career now because we've done multiple games. That was as bad of a dad joke as I've heard, and you're not even a father. Here's John Heston Powers, who walked his only time up at the plate.
Good things happening with the ball in play.
Ball just took a funny hop on Cartwright. Powers rips one up the middle. That
John
ball gets
Heston.
through. Trey Smith hits the bag at third. He's going to score. And now the score is 10-8 as the Mustangs have strung together a big cricket number inning.
Oh, yeah, and you can hear the crowd who stuck this out through an unseasonably cold April evening
Now batting number
outside of the
10,
particle board.
Nelson
You
Hodges.
can really hear them coming to life as the Mustangs are very much here in this game with an excellent 2-out rally here in the 5th inning.
What? Hey, great job by the bottom of the order for the Mustangs. Here we go. To give you a recap of the inning, J.C. Gerard led off with a single. Dane Sanford then struck out. We had another single by Brock Jacobson. And then Drew Lamb kind of got one in on the hands and flew out to the first baseman, Alfred Hill. After that, you go 6, 7, 8, 9, Chamberlain, Elliott, Trace, and Powers. Single, walk, single, single. And the single by Trey Smith was a bases-loaded single with 2 outs that hit right in front of Cartwright in center field. It took a funny hop. It was a hard-hit ball off the bat. It took a funny hop and got by Cartwright. Elliott Flowers missed the bag at second base. He went back to touch it. And because he went back to touch it, the ball was cut by the second baseman for Bayou. And because he went back to touch it, they had a play at third base, but they overthrew the third baseman, and Flowers was able to get up and score from third.
Excellent execution of the missing the second base play.
Absolutely. And then Trey Smith comes up with another big 2-out hit, and the Mustangs are in business here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Fantastic. Point. You mentioned the production of the bottom of the order. I made this point when I was muted to start this broadcast, so I'll make it again here. That talk about Drew Lamb every time he comes up. Great, getting the walks, getting the hits, but the runs scored in the middle of the order is very high, and that's really a testament to all those hitters behind him. He does a great job of getting on base, but the bottom of the order does an excellent job of getting them home.
And, hey, like we've said, walks in high school baseball always come back to haunt you. And putting the ball in play, great things happen, correct? Right. So that's happened for us in this inning. We do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Colts. Number 12, Reed Holman, is the pitcher now. He's a left-handed pitcher. He's come in relief of Jake Smith. I don't know what defensive player exited. I would have a hard time imagining that Jake Smith would have exited, as he is the leadoff batter and a really good baseball player for the Bayou Colts. We'll try to find out who Holman entered for to come into play. But the top of the order's up. 2 outs. We got a 2-out rally going here in the 5th inning. Top of the order's up at the plate. Nelson Hodges. What a big hit by John Heston Powers. What a great time for him to get that hit. Been in and out of the lineup some.
Yep.
Has been great at times. He's a little bit struggled at times. But, man, came through with a really hard-hit ball to score that run from second base. 1-0 pitch to Hodges is outside for ball 2. And so you can feel the momentum here for the Mustangs.
Crowd's still buzzing.
2-0 count here with 2 outs. Ball right down the middle, called strike 1. So the left-handed pitcher kind of throws across his body. Because of that fastball starts on the outer half, ends on the inner half, but doesn't really move. It's a flat pitch. Ball inside, misses for ball 3, so Hodges now has a 3-1 count.
Diamond Girls have found some signs that they're hanging up in the window. I'd like to thank Sarah Francis for at least asking, could you hang one up in my one good window? No, you may not. I need that to see.
3-1 pitch to Hodges. It's a line drive. It's going to get down.
Here we go.
Another hit for the Mustangs, and station to station go the Mustangs as John Heston will stop at second base. The Mustangs have batted around. They have 6 hits in the inning, and now J.C. Gerard will come up to the plate. Gerard represents the go-ahead run. Hodges represents the tying run here in the 5th. There is only 8 runs. We did not score there, as the scoreboard is showing 10-9, and now it shows 58-10.
We've quite the 2-out rally.
Gerard sees a first pitch breaking ball that misses for ball 1.
Still says 58-10.
So here's the 1-0 pitch to Gerard. Ball misses down. John Heston unable to advance as the catcher Batts did a good job blocking up right there. So Gerard stands at the plate. He's got a 2-0 count. Dugout's alive for the Mustangs. Ball misses outside again, and now the count is 3-0. As Reed Holman is trying to come in and stop the bleeding for the Colts, as the Mustangs have now plated 5 to cut this to a 10-8 ball game. 3-0 pitch, down in the dirt, misses. That's ball 4, and that's going to bring up Dane Sanford. He will be the 11th batter of the inning, and the coach is going to go out and visit with
So Dane
the pitcher.
Sanford's up with the bases loaded, you say?
So Dane Sanford's up with the bases loaded, I say. Only in the 5th inning are we, so still some time, but we are going to see another change for the Colts as the bases are now loaded with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. So we're going to have another pitching change. It looks like that's going to be the third baseman, Parker Harris, coming in to pitch. But we'll see. We'll catch that number as soon as he turns around, as he's trying to get the tape off his wrist.
A lot of tape.
You got a lot of tape. I believe that's Parker Harris. We'll see here in just a minute. Looks like number 13, and that is not 13.
3.
It's number 3. That is number 3, and that is Parker Harris. So Parker Harris is going to be the pitcher. So anyway, we're going to take a break while he warms up. We'll come back. Bases are loaded. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, 10-8.
We're going to talk over this music right now.
Well, we're getting ready to get started again as the new pitcher is the third baseman for the Bayou Academy Colts. That is Parker Harris, the 4-hole hitter.
Number 8, Dane Sanford.
And Dane Sanford, who hit a grand slam to tie the game in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Mustangs in Game 1, steps up to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. 8 runs on 12 hits and 2 errors for the Mustangs. You got 10 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors for the Colts. J.C. Gerard's on first. Nelson Hodges is on second. And John Heston Powers is on third base. New pitcher on the mound, right-hander. First pitch is a fastball, fouled off, and it looks like it's going to get out of play, and it does. Sanford was on that pitch. He just missed it. As a hit right here will tie the game. The go-ahead run stands on first. The tying run stands on second here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball way over his head. Missed badly. He did not throw a breaking ball in warm-ups. I did watch him. He was all fastball trying to get loose coming in from third. So you would have to imagine that after he missed badly with that breaking ball that Sanford's going to see fastballs. Can he be sitting fastball here, Mr. B? You think he's got it in his mind?
I think he is.
Fastball, line drive up the middle. 1 run's going to score. Here comes Hodges. Hodges is going to score. It is a tie ball game as we have now plated 7 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Tell you what, a lot of that come with 2 outs too. Just a lot of great at bats, one after another by these Mustangs.
Both teams, if you look at the scoreboard, have 10 runs. They both have 13 hits, and they both have 2 errors. So Broughton Jacobson's going to step up to the plate here with the runner still in scoring position.
Feels great to be on the other side of this. These extended 2-out rallies. Feels really good.
So the game is now tied. We have a brand new game here in the 5th. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss on a breaking ball. He did come back with that breaking ball, and he threw it down and away. Good pitch right there by number 3, Parker Harris. That quieted the crowd a little bit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. A big hopper.
Being waved home.
Gerard hits the bag at third, and he will score.
Make it without a play.
And another hit and another run for the Mustangs, and they have now taken the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
See the teammates coming out to congratulate JC with some big high fives, big hugs. That dugout is fired up as they should be.
This will be the 13th hitter to come to the plate in this inning.
A lot of hitters.
Drew Lamb sees a fastball for strike one. Both of those 2 hits right back up the middle against Parker Harris. Lamb sees a breaking ball that falls in there for strike number 2. So now Lamb is down in the count 0-2 as Harris has got his breaking ball working now. Here's the pitch, and it's a high fly ball. Alfred Hill's going to try to get under it. He does, and he squeezes it and makes the play, and that will do it for the Mustangs. But, Buddy, did they put together an inning? 8 runs on 8 hits, no errors by the Colts. There were 2 men left on base. We head into the top of the 6th, 11-10, Mustangs lead.
Love it.
Dubard throws it down, and we are getting ready to start the 6th inning. And the Mustangs have a huge 8-run bottom. Mr. Bernuswith corrected me. I said no errors. There was 1 throwing error on the, actually 2 errors. There was an error on Cartwright and a throwing error on the same play. So there were 2 errors.
Well, I wasn't saying that to correct you. I was saying how impressive it was that the Mustangs earned that. They earned them 8 runs.
Absolutely earned those 8 runs, and that is a foul ball.
Trey O'Brien, that was awesome.
So 0-1 now the count. You got 7-8-9 up. Bo Linkus is at the plate. He has 2 hits and a walk, and he's hit by the pitch as he stares down the pitcher for some reason.
Yeah, they're not intentional, but that can't tickle. Dane throws pretty hard.
I don't think anybody wants someone on base at this point in the ball game. So a runner on base. You got 8-hole hitting Marshall Weaver up to the plate. He has hit into a fielder's choice. He struck out and he singled in this game. See if they try to move him by bunting. The defense is going to have to be on its toes here with the runner on first and nobody out. Ball gets away from Dubard. So here comes the 1-0 pitch now to Weaver. There's the pitch by Sanford, misses away, and now the count is 2-0. Be interesting to see who Coach Thigpen wants to go with next. Makeumson, Schmitz, and Sanford have all pitched in this game. He's got Flowers available. He has JC available. Hodges has not been throwing because of arm soreness the last few weeks. I don't think he's available. John Heston Powers is available to throw. Ball misses down again, and now it's a 3-0 count. So pitching could be a problem for the Mustangs as we try to close this game out and get 6 outs here with the 1-run lead. 3-0 count in danger, putting the first 2 men on and getting back to the top of the order. Good pitch right there by Sanford to come back with it. He's going to have to do the same thing. Those strikes and let him put the ball in play is all we can do at this point. Don't want to give him free base runners.
Mustangs are kind of running short on arms, but we did face 3 different pitchers in that 8-run inning on our end, so Bayou can't have too many more in the tank themselves.
There's a little chopper that's going to stay fair, fielded by Sanford. He flips it to Gerard, and a big out right there for the Mustangs.
Big out. Good play to corral that ball and take his time, make sure he got that sure out at first.
Just been given another Cy Young Award prediction from Mr. Trey O'Brien. I'll let Mr. Bernew read that out here after the pitch. Ball misses way outside. Good job of Dubard with getting up and getting that.
Logan Webb of the surprising, I guess they're not taking anybody by surprise this year, San Francisco Giants.
The Giants, always a ballpark I've wanted to go watch somebody play.
Oh, that'd be fun. I'm going to be in a kayak out there.
That looked like a strike. It was called a ball. I don't know if he pulled back. It looked like a pretty good pitch, but now we're down 2-0 in the count. Is Sanford. He squares around again. Ball thrown inside now. A 3-0 count. Again, is the top of the order is due up next. This is not Dawson Shine. This is actually Reed Holman, who entered the game to pitch. Good pitch right there. Strike 1 called. As Holman squared around the bunt again. No movement on the square attempts by the Mustang defense. We'll see if they square around again. Runner on second base. 1-run ball game. 1 out here in the 6th. Ball misses up and away, and that's going to be a walk. And now Coach Thigpen is going to go talk to his pitcher. And so he doesn't want to talk to the infield. He's just going to go talk to his pitcher and his catcher, which shows me that he's really relying on Sanford to get some outs here in this inning. I teed that one up for Mr. Benuzowitz, and he just completely golfed right underneath it as he didn't follow through with any comment there.
I zoned out.
You did. You completely zoned out. I was looking at you.
I was staring.
I teed it right up for you, Mr. B.
I was staring about 400 feet beyond the 355-foot sign out there, just
off into the black abyss out there. I mean, come on. Leadoff batter Jake Smith comes up. He has walked twice, singled, and flew out to the pitcher. First pitch is a fastball inside corner, called strike 1. Smith is a good batter. He's a very dangerous batter. He was 1 for 4 in the first game, but he's got really good speed. He's the leadoff batter for the Colts. So this is a big batter here. 0-1 is your count as Dane Sanford comes set out of the stretch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Little flare that looks like Elliott Flowers has a play on it. He can't make the play. He comes up with it, and he can't get the throw in time. He just couldn't quite get back there in time to make the play. And the Texas League falls in over Flowers' head.
Yeah, that was tough. That flare sinking the whole way just really didn't hang up long enough for him to get that.
So Austin Batts will be the batter for the Colts. He is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he flew out to the pitcher, the left-handed batting, right-handed throwing catcher for the Colts. Bases are loaded. Corners are playing in. Middle back for double play as the ball high is gloved by Dubar. Nowhere to put him. Going to have to get strikes here from Sanford. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. Ball misses just up for ball 2.
Yeah, us with the elevated perspective here. I'm going to chalk it up to that, but these look pretty good.
Here comes 2-0 pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1, so Sanford comes back and throws a strike here. 2-1 is now your count. Tying run is on third base. Go-ahead run is on second here in the top of the 6th inning. It is 11-10, the Mustangs lead. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High fly ball into left field. That's in foul territory. He's going to give chase as Lamb, but he can't get there. Good hustle by Lamb. You know, that's one of those plays that you need an out, but I'm going to tell you, if you make that play diving, you're going to give up a run. So,
yeah, J.D. Drew did that about 12 years ago. I'm still mad at him about it against the Tampa Bay Rays.
J.D. Drew was an outfielder for the Boston Red Sox.
A few other teams. There's maybe, I don't think anyone watching has any clue or cares who J.D. Drew is.
Played at Florida State, a really good baseball player at Florida State.
From Valdosta, Georgia.
2-2 count, big pitch here from Sanford. Ground ball up the middle. Brock picks it up, flips it to second. The throw over to first is not going to be in time, so the tying run does score. But we do record the out on the 6-4 put out.
So ball went right up the middle, kind of slowed down a bit on the mound, and losing the velocity on that ball probably took away the double play. But good to get at least the one there.
If Sanford could have gloved it, he
Yeah.
could have gotten out at home plate, but it was just too much to his right. And so now the go-ahead run is on third base, and Alfred Hill is at the plate. He is a dangerous batter. He singled twice. He hit a hard ground ball towards the third base bag. Brock Mason laid out for it, made the play, and stepped on third base for the force out. Sanford fakes the double pick move. So need Dubar to be really solid here behind home plate. Surely the runner at third's going to be going, first is going to be going, but there will not be. I don't know what we'll do as far as throwing down. Hopefully we won't put ourselves in any position to make an error on that. First pitch is a strike to Alfred Hill, down around the knees and on the outside corner. Good pitch by Sanford, so now he's working ahead. Another pitch down, almost same location, was a little bit lower, called ball 1, so now 1-1 is your count. You do have a base open. You're not as worried about the walk.
Yeah. I still think he's going to come after him, try to just put him away, as he now has 2 strikes on the hitter.
And he threw that fastball in on the hands. It was fouled away, so that is now strike 2. So it is 1-2 now.
And that ball is stuck on the gym, under construction. Has mesmerized the Diamond Girls, who are paying more attention to that than the game.
So here comes the 1-2 pitch. The runner takes off. Sanford's going to step off. He makes the throw out to second. The runner's safe.
He said he got him. He said he got him at second.
Said he got him at second.
And there is quite the commotion.
Said he got him at second base.
The runner's still stunned at second, and
he must have come up off the bag. is the coach from Bayou is not arguing. I thought he was safe. When we gave it up, I really was frustrated that we gave the ball up there. But regardless, the game is tied.
We are tied, headed to the bottom of the sixth.
Wow. Well, I'll say this, and coach, the Bayou coach is going to talk to his runner. And so here's what I know about that force balk situation. You're trying to get the base runner, the pitcher, to balk by going early. If he doesn't balk, you're trying to draw the throw into second, but you don't want to slide in. You want to get in a rundown to give him the opportunity to score. Regardless, I thought from our vantage point that the runner got under the tag.
Throw was a little high. Tag definitely got him on the helmet, but I thought he was in safely before that.
It did look like it, but Coach Haynes had a good look at it, and he didn't argue, so we'll go with that. And wow, that's all I can say is wow.
Yeah, wow. We will count our blessings and head to the bottom of the sixth. Tied.
Chamberlain, McLean, Elliott Flowers, Trey Smith's due up. We'll be back here momentarily.
Now batting number 24, Chamberlain McLean.
Chamberlain McLean steps up to the plate in a very odd ending to the top of the sixth. McLean swings and misses at a fastball in the inside corner, strike one. McLean bats sixth in the order. He has 2 singles and RBI. He has 1 ground out to the pitcher. Everything he's hit today has been back up the middle in this game. Good breaking ball in the outside corner by Parker Harris for a called strike 2. So now 0-2 to McLean. Try to throw a changeup in there at him, and he misses kind of up in the zone. It's now 1-2 count. So to McLean. Ball misses inside for ball 2. So now 2-2 count. So here comes the 2-2 pitch from Harris. Round ball, chopper towards the first baseman, and that ball's going to go foul. Needed it to go foul, and it did.
Strike 3 swinging for Chamberlain, so he's really improving, seeing that off-speed stuff a bit better, and able to foul that one off here, stay alive.
Nothing like a glass half full, Mr. Bernusewitz. Here's a 2-2 pitch again, misses up high for ball 3. So McLean has fought back to work this count full after falling down 0-2. And has an opportunity now to be a leadoff runner on base here in the bottom of the 6th in a tie ball game. Outside corner, and McLean is going to jog over to first base as he draws the leadoff walk here in
Now batting number 22, Elliott
the 6th.
Very good approach, very good leadoff at-bat there for Chamberlain McLean working the walk.
Would not be surprised to see Flowers lay one down here. He's grounded out to the pitcher, grounded out to second baseman, and walked in his 3 plate appearances. He does square. Ball is way outside. Flowers does a great job of pulling back, and now Harris is getting a little frustrated on the mound. Kind of understand it. It was a good pitch on the 3-2 pitch.
Yeah.
Called just outside. That's one of those calls that is gone either way tonight. Harris picks over to first base.
Got another vocab word regarding the strike zone. It's been amorphous tonight.
You one-up me. You one-up me for sure. But I've never, like I said earlier, I've never doubted that your vocabulary might be more extensive than mine. Flowers pulls back again on the pitch way outside for ball 2. So now 2-0 count as Harris trying to find the strike zone. Runner on first base, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 11-11 is your score. The Mustangs plated 8 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. They were down 10-3 heading in. They scored 6 of those runs with 2 outs, I believe.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
And now Elliott Flowers is way ahead 3-0 in the count as Harris can't find the strike zone against the bunting Flowers. We'll see if he takes a pitch here or if he allows him to try to lay one down. I would imagine he would take. And he kind of lobs it up there for strike one, trying to get him to bunt at it.
Yeah.
Flowers pulls back. Harris comes set. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. And it's bunted down to the third baseman. The third baseman's going to pick it up. He doesn't have a play at second. And he's safe at first base.
Yep.
As Alfred Hill had to go up and get it. He tried to make the tag, but the umpire says he's safe at first.
And I'll tell you, Alfred's trying to say that he tagged him, but this kind of unlike last week. I think that last inning, that was, I think, absolutely the correct call. That ball took him off the bag, and he was safely aboard before that tag was applied.
They're going to ask for an appeal down the home plate as the second baseman was there. Oh, and they come back and call him out.
You know, I got to say, I still don't know how he was out to end the top of the 6th, and I don't know how they're calling him out here. I really think that pulled him off the bag, and he was well aboard before that tag was applied.
The umpire at home plate making that call on a swipe tag to the back is absolutely insane. I do not think that is an appealable play
and
to the home plate umpire, and Coach Thigpen is arguing that.
He pretty laid back, kind of even keeled guy. Coach Thigpen is animated right now. He is irate at these umpires.
Just because the first baseman said that he made the play doesn't mean that he did. But I can tell you right now, John, if they go back and reverse this again, this place might erupt here, and that's on them. And they call him out, and that is absolutely ridiculous. I've never seen anything like that. The umpire's calling somebody out from home plate at first on a swipe back behind his back is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. But regardless, Flowers does his job. He moves the runner over to second base.
Yeah.
And now Trey Spitz, who singled his last plate appearance and drove in a run, steps up to the plate. So here comes the pitch, and Smits pops it up. It's going to go out of play.
Over us.
Over our heads.
We were waiting for the thud.
You call him out. If you call him out from the field umpire in with, I get it. But to appeal back to the home plate umpire seems like the most insane thing I've ever heard of. I don't even think that's possible. Line drive, and that ball gets down. Not going to be enough to score the runner from second, but Smits comes up with another hit. The runner at second had to hold up because the ball kind of floated. You didn't know if it was going to get down. If it was 2 outs, McLean would have scored. Great piece of base running by McLean. You can't fault it for it.
Yeah.
And
right. He wasn't flat-footed on second. He did have a lead, wanted to be sure. You hate to blow an opportunity on a base running mistake, so better safe than sorry in this situation, I'd say.
And just to be fair to the umpiring crew, with the way that ball was hit and where it landed, you probably end up with third anyway because you probably get your runner that was on first called up in a really weird situation there where he wouldn't have time to advance to second if he was holding up. John Heston Powers is up. The throw is down to second base, and we're going to try to score home, and we do!
Oh,
what a play by the Mustangs.
Oh, I love the aggression.
The delay steal by Trey Smith. They threw it down to second. It was cut off by the second baseman, And Chamberlain McLean took off running and did a great job of getting in there and scoring, and the go-ahead run has been plated by the Mustangs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I love the aggression. Make them make the play. A good throw might get them, but a good throw it was not. Excellent execution. It's been an exciting evening.
We hope it stays that way for the Mustangs. So there's a runner on second base, John Heston Powers, who singled his last plate appearance is up. He sees a fastball that gets away from the catcher, and now Smits is going to move up to third. And there's a runner on third base with one out and an opportunity for the Mustangs to add another run. Coach Haynes is going to walk out and visit with his pitcher, Parker Harris. He's going to call in a relief pitcher. We're going to take a break here. 12-11, the Mustangs lead in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back momentarily. All right, so Powers will step back up to the plate. It's a 2-0 count, we believe. Number 15 has come in to pitch for the Bayou Academy Colts. Number 16, number 51. Number 6. Bray Cox has come in to pitch for the Bayou Academy Colts. I was getting hand signals from Mr. Banu. He had it backwards. I don't know. I'm going to blame myself. First pitch misses way outside for ball 1. Nice job of blocking up by
it's ball 3.
What I say? Ball 1?
Yeah, we're in the middle of
ball 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Things have gotten crazy up here in the box. 3-0 count, and the ball's way outside again, and John Heston Powers will jog down after the walk. So runners on first and third again for the Mustangs. As the bottom of the order continues to do damage in this ball game. And Nelson Hodges will come up to the plate.
Number 10, Nelson Hodges.
Nelson Hodges steps up to the plate. He singled his last plate appearance in the big 8-run 5th inning. Here's the pitch. It's way inside. Gets away from the catcher. Here comes the run home, and Trey Smith will step on home plate. And the Mustangs have extended the lead to 13-11.
Boy, just relentless top to bottom the past few innings here. Great job of getting on base, putting themselves in those positions to score on those pass balls.
As important as the run, John Heston moves up to second base, so now he's in scoring position with one out, and Hodges at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a called strike 1, and that'll be a 1-1 count now to Hodges. Hodges is 2 for 4 on the evening, on the nightcap, Mr. B.
On the nightcap.
Here's the pitch. Inside, misses for ball 2. So now 2-1 count. So 2-1 is your score. 2-1 is the count here. 1 out in the 6th. Ball misses inside. Good job again by Batch. You got to give him credit.
Oh, yeah, just all series. Probably, 6, 7 pass balls total. He's been a brick wall back there.
So here is the 3-1 count to Hodges. It is a fastball up, and it misses, and that is the 2nd consecutive walk and the 3rd of this inning. It's been walk, sack bunt, single, walk for the Mustangs as we have batted 5, and J.C. Gerard will step up to the plate.
Finally fixed the most peculiar and nagging part of his stat line on the year. He finally got that home run, game 2.
He doesn't have a triple yet. We'll see. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball misses high for ball 1. Dane Sanford is on the mound currently for the Mustangs. Flowers and Powers, John Heston Powers would be the other 2 that could possibly pitch in the 7th. Gerard, maybe so. We've seen all 3 of them at times. Don't know who Coach Thigpen would go to. We'll have to wait for that later. But as it is, there's 1 out with runners on 1st and 2nd in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a foul ball. Gerard got just out in front of that pitch by Cox.
And scared the living daylights out of Libby Marshall down there.
The Diamond Girl numbers have grown as the game has gotten tighter. I guess because senior play practice ended. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Gerard.
They seek the warmth when it gets cold.
Fastball misses down, ball 3. So now 3-1 to Gerard, and Dane Sanford stands on deck. So here's the 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside corner on the left-handed pitching Gerard. Left-handed hitting Gerard.
He pitches left-handed too.
And now there's a full count. There's the left-handed pitcher Cox. Drop that breaking ball in there for him. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. Gerard loads and hits a ball into center field. Cartwright's on his horse, and it's going to get down. Here comes Powers. Powers is going to stop at third base, and the bases are going to be loaded now. And Dane Sanford will step up to the plate.
For the 3rd time this evening between the 2 games, he is at bat with the bases loaded. Delivered a nice single up the middle his last at bat, and of course the game-tying grand slam in the matinee this evening.
Bottom line is we want more runs. We got 1 out and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th. The Mustangs lead 13-11 in a game that they trailed as much as 10-3 in just an inning and 2/3 ago.
I'd say a pretty good pitch there to Dane, called ball 1.
Probably don't want to give Sanford anything good to hit, but you don't have anywhere to put him, so we'll see how they pitch him here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball outside, misses. 2-0 is now the count. Two-0 pitch to Sanford. Outside corner misses. Ball 3 is the count.
Another pretty good pitch to Sanford. He's certainly not trying to put anything down the heart. He's trying to nibble around the corners at the dangerous hitter, dangerous predicament, but just not getting the calls.
See if Sanford gets a green light here on 3-0. Here's the pitch. It's outside, misses, and that's another run. Now 3 runs have been plated, and the Mustangs lead 14-11. Brock Jacobson's going to come up to the plate.
Number 7, Brock Jacobson.
Brock Makehamson, the utility player for the Mustangs, Mr. B.
Plays all over the diamond. Hit 7 positions against Starkville last week.
Ball misses way outside. Ball 1 is the count. At some point, Cox is going to throw one down the heart of the plate, and I hope our batters are ready for that. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Ball up. Ball misses. 2-0 count now. And Coach Haynes is going to step out, and he's going to go visit with his pitcher. So while he does that, we are going to take a break. We'll be back. Mustangs lead 14-11.
Now batting number 7, Brock Makehamson.
So it's a 2-0 count that the new pitcher, number 17, Spencer Harden, will step into to Brock Makehamson. Harden came off the bench to throw. The bases are loaded. There's one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. If you turned it off when the Mustangs were down 10-3 going into the bottom of the 5th, you would be surprised. The score is now 14-11. The Mustangs lead. They scored 8 in the 5th. They've played at 3 here in the 6th. They've used walks to their advantage in this inning, but they've also picked up 2 hits as well. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's outside for ball 3. And now Brock Makehamson works a 3-0 count. Dowdy has the green light here, Mr. B.
Yep, just take one. He's well versed at hitting with strikes on him. So
good pitch right there by Harden for strike 1. So now 3-1 count for.
Make him show you something.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs for strike number 2. Makehamson wanted to send that one out.
Yeah, he about came out of his cleats.
Just got to be patient, put one in play here. A ball in play might score a run. Should score a run, depending on who corners are playing on the grass. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's a ground ball hit towards the shortstop. Takes a funny bounce. Makupson's hustling down to first. The runner at second's going to be out. Makupson reaches on a fielder's choice, but another run scores, and the Mustangs now lead by 4.
Just keep tacking a few on there. It's what you love to see. The offense certainly easy to come by, it seems, in this game for both teams. So you want to make sure you can play as many runs as you can. So did get the out there, unfortunately, but we're able to trade the out for the run.
2 outs, runners on first and third here. Bottom of the 6th inning, Drew Lamb steps up to the plate. Here's the first pitch to Lamb. At some point, I would imagine you would see a stolen base attempt by Makupson. Can't afford to give up the run, or the Colts at this point. They're down 4 heading into at least 4 heading into the top of the 7th at this point. Ball goes over Lamb's head, misses for ball 2. So now 2-0 is the count.
Let's go, kid. Let's go, come on, baby.
Ball misses down and away for ball 3, so now 3-0 count. With 3-0 count, I would not imagine that Brock would be moving. 15 runs on 17 hits now for the Mustangs. Ball inside, called strike 1.
Oops. I was going with my eyes, not the ump there. My fault. He has a better view than I do.
So here comes the
There we go.
3-1 pitch, and that will be another walk by the
Now batting number
Colt
24,
pitchers.
Chamberlain McLean.
It's 5 in the inning, and that'll bring back up Chamberlain McLean. Chamberlain McLean led off the inning with a walk.
Yep.
After the Colts were able to tie the game back up in the top of the 6th, 11-11, McLean led off, and a big leadoff batter he was. He fouls one off his foot right there. McLean at some point is going to hit a home run this season, Mr. B.
We keep saying, and I keep agreeing, it is coming. A lot of raw power, real effortless lefty swing.
So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside corner misses for ball 1. So now 1-1 count to McLean. Pitch outside edge called strike 2. 1-2 is now your count. So McLean has 2 strikes on him here with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. He singled twice. He's walked and he grounded out to the pitcher. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball and a swing and a miss, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. But the Mustangs do more damage. They score 4 runs on 2 hits. They strand 3. There were no errors by the Colts. But the Mustangs are going to take a 4-run lead into the top of the 7th. We need 3 outs, Mr. B.
Think we can do it?
Let's go get them. So Dane Sanford is going to come back out for the Mustangs to try to finish this game off and pick up the save here as they lead 15-11 with the 3, 4, 5 batters coming back up. Alfred Hill will get to take the plate again as he was in the batter's box when the forced balk attempt with the runners on first and third took place, and the Mustangs were able to get the out at second base to end the inning in what was a very unusual play. The Mustangs trying to pick up a very much needed series conference victory against Bayou Academy. Dropped the first game on Monday night 15-0 to Bayou at Bayou Academy. We're down 6-2 in the sixth inning against Bayou and came back and won that game 7-6 here earlier tonight. And we're down 10-3 in the fifth and have come back to take the lead 15-11 going into the top of the seventh inning. So that's where we are. And Alfred Hill steps in. Sanford throws the first pitch down in the dirt for ball one. Here's the second pitch. It's a fastball right down the middle for strike number one. So 1-1 count to Hill. You got Alfred Hill, Parker Harris, and Jack Cartwright coming up. 1-1 pitch. Inside corner misses for ball two.
Let the crowd handle the commentary there.
Both teams have been frustrated with that, we know.
That's not a good thing.
2-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit, and so the Colts will have a leadoff runner on base here in the seventh. As Alfred Hill will reach. So Parker Harris will step up to the plate. He singled, grounded out to the pitcher, walked, and then reached on an error by the left fielder, his last plate appearance. Here comes the first pitch to Harris. Fastball right down the middle, called strike one. I said right down the middle, Mr. B. Might have been a little bit on that outside edge.
I think so. Definitely got a big chunk of the plate. No question to that strike call.
The Colts can't hit it now, so we got to play good defense behind our pitcher. Ball just a little low, misses for ball two. Ball one, so 1-1 count. Alfred Hill stands on first. He is a threat to steal. High fly ball. Looks like it's going to be in foul territory. Sanford and Lamb come back to get it, and Lamb misses the ball as he can't make the play in foul territory. And so Harris gets away with one there, as that would have been the first out of the inning. And the good hitting Parker Harris now will stand in with a 1-2 count.
Yeah, but as I heard a vocal Mustang supporter say down there, that is strike two. Go get him, Dane.
Lamb took his eye off of it for a minute. You could see that him and Sanford were both calling for it. And when Lamb took his eye off of it, he was unable to regather, get underneath it. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's a line drive. It's going to be down the left field line. Just foul. Just foul.
Yep.
That would have put runners on second and third.
That'd have been trouble.
With nobody out. So here comes another 1-2 pitch to Parker Harris. Fastball, ground ball, and that's going to get by Lamb. So the misplayed ball in foul territory comes back to haunt the Mustangs as the first two batters have reached on singles.
Drew Lamb a little flat-footed there at third. Sharply hit, though, so who knows. But
so Cartwright will step up to the plate. He is the fifth batter in the order. You got Cartwright, Cox, and Linkus. The next three up. Cartwright, ball almost got him.
Trying to say it hit him.
Don't know. I couldn't tell if it did. He's saying that it saying that it caught his jersey. The umpire said it didn't.
Like we'll play on, yeah.
I don't think you can appeal that. It says it didn't. So now runners are on first and second. You got a 1-0 count on Cartwright. Because the Mustangs desperately need to get that first out of the inning. That first out is always the hardest one to make, it seems like. Comes the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for strike one, so 1-1 count now. Cartwright.
Large crowd, both sides, feeling very animated. Lots of energy here late in this nightcap.
1-1 pitch, and it does hit him.
Yeah.
And the bases are loaded, and now the tying run will step up to the plate. Is Bryson Cox, number 6. Will come up to the plate. An opportunity now for the Colts. Bases loaded, no outs. Top of the 7th inning. Here comes the first pitch is a fastball strike. 1 to Cox. Good pitch in there for strike 2, so 0-2 count now to Cox. Ground ball to Sanford. He's going to toss it home, and they're going to get the out there. Dubard is going to hold the ball, throw over to the third base, and he throws it away. Dubard had him picked at third base, and Dubard throws it over his head. They get the lead runner at home plate. Not a bad idea by Dubard, but he throws it over his head. Would have been the second out of the inning. And the tying run is now represented again at the plate. And 1 run is scored. It is now 15-12. So a 1-2 by Cox, and Bo Linkus will step up to the plate. He does have 2 hits in this game.
Good snare by Tate Dubard on the pitch outside by Dane Sanford.
Linkus double singled, walked in, and was hit by a pitch. Good pitch right there for strike 1. 1-1 is now your count. There have been 4 errors by the Mustangs. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Inside, and that hits him.
We'll summon Coach Thigpen from the dugout.
Now batting number 21, Marshall Weaver.
So the bases are loaded. The tying run is now standing on first base. We have a pitching mound visit. So, sharp defensively have we been throughout this game. In this inning, we had a fly ball in the foul territory just beyond the foul line between third and home plate. We couldn't make the play. We throw the ball over the third baseman's head as we had the runner at third picked off.
And a good idea, but execution wasn't there, unfortunately.
First pitch is a fastball down the middle for strike 1. Marshall Weaver, the 8-hole hitter. He grounded into a fielder's choice, singled, struck out, and grounded out to the pitcher, his last plate appearance. Tyne runs on first, ball in the gap with Tite. Swing and a miss by Weaver, and that is strike 2. So now Sanford is ahead 0-2.
It's like whatever that pep talk was, looks like he's pitching with a fire in his belly right now.
Dawson Shine on deck. Ball gets away from Dubard on the inside pitch, and now the tying run stands on second base. 15-13 is the score. Almost hit the batter, but it didn't. Can't have any more pass balls.
Really peculiar sequences by Sanford. He's, grooving some pitches in great, and then next one will be
runs inside on the batter.
Yeah.
So 15-13 is your score. Tying run stands on second base. One out here in the sixth. There's a pitch inside corner. No call by the umpire. So 1-2-2 is now your count. Base hit will tie the ball game. Marshall Weaver. There's the pitch, and it is fouled off over the press box.
And in a very tense moment, we got a break for game to tie issue.
So you got Marshall Weaver, and then it's not Dawson Shine. I believe that's going to be the pinch hitter on deck. So here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 2-2 pitch. It's a 3-2 count now.
Yeah, it's Spencer Harden on deck,
who hasn't batted in this series to this point. Here comes the full count pitch. Ground ball, tie ball game. Back runner's going to hit the bag at third, and he is going to score. And the Colts have tied it up on a single from Marshall Weaver. Single hit by pitch, ground out, hit by pitch, single. And it is now 15-15 in the top of the seventh inning. So Spencer Harden will step into the plate. He is the 9-hole hitter. There's the pitch. Gets away from Dubard, and now the go-ahead run is going to be 90 feet away. I'm sorry, not 90 feet. He's going to be standing on second base with one out.
180 feet away.
180 feet. Thank you, Mr. B. So here is the 1-0 pitch. Ball goes inside on and misses for ball number 2. So 2-0 pitch coming now from Sanford. This is up for ball 3. 3-0 count now. Top of the order is coming back up. Jack Smith will be up next as Sanford's facing his 7th batter of the inning. And that ball misses badly, and so now there will be a pitching change as Sanford can't get us through the 7th inning. So dangerous spot now for the Mustangs. We're going to look and see who he goes to. It looks like he's going to Flowers as his next option. The freshman, Elliott Flowers, is going to come up to the mound. We're going to take a break while he warms up. We'll be back momentarily. Jake Smith will be the batter with runners on first and second and one out here in the top of the 7th inning. The Colts have battled back to tie this game up 15-15. The go-ahead run stands on second base. Leadoff batter Jake Smith is the batter. Pitch by Elliott Flowers is in there for a called strike one. Freshman in a very tough situation here, trying to get the Mustangs back into the dugout in a tie ball game. Here is the 0-1 pitch. Ball gets away from Dubard. Now runners will be 90 feet away. The go-ahead run stands. So 1-1 count now. Base hit will plate 2.
Biggest spot of Elliott Flowers' young pitching career.
Dangerous batters up ahead as the Colts look to bat around here in the top of the 7th inning. Infield is in with the base runner on third, and there's a high fly ball. It's on the infield. Sanford's ranging back on it. Can he make the play? He does. He turns, and a huge out right there for the Mustangs.
So not only does he make the catch, he positions himself in a way that he's ready to make a throw if any runner tries something. That's an outstanding play by Dane at short there.
Now batting number 11.
Sanford was ranging back on it. Didn't know if it was going to drop. And that will bring up Austin Batts. Here's the first pitch from Flowers. First pitch is in there for strike one. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to the 2-hole hitting Batts. Line drive, center field. Nelson Hodges going back on it. Can't make the play. It's over his head. Ball goes to the wall. Batts is going to go into second. He takes a stand-up double. Didn't want to say it before the pitch, but he was 0 for 5 on the night before that hit. And now the Bayou Academy Colts lead 17-15.
Scoreboard says we lead. So they're on it. That controller ain't easy, Coach.
13, Alfred Hill.
So Alfred Hill, who led off the inning with a single, will come back up to the plate. Ball gets away from Dubard, and now another run stands 90 feet away.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how Flowers will respond after giving up the double. Hasn't really been in these situations before.
Ground ball, nub towards Lamb. He's going to have to make this play. He comes up with it. He fires over to first. Ball's in the dirt. Gerard picks it out.
Good pick.
And that will end the inning. But damage is done. 6-run score in the top of the 6th for the Colts. And what is a crazy baseball game, the Mustangs will head into the bottom of the 7th, trailing 17-15. Well, Mr. B,
It's a thriller.
it's a thriller. Mr. B, the bottom of the order has been
Outstanding production out of the bottom of the order. We were saying it before. I think every time this bottom of the order's come up, we've been just singing their praises all night, and this is big spot for him here.
we need to have the same. We need to have the same production again. So, leading off will be Elliott Flowers. Flowers, then Smits, then Powers will be up.
2, Elliott Flowers.
17-15 is your score. Here's the first pitch to Flowers. Breaking ball in there. Called strike one. Good pitch right there by Spencer Harden. He came in relief to get the last out of the 7th inning, and he was successful. Here's the pitch to Flowers. Misses outside. Flowers doesn't offer, and that will be ball one.
Yeah, good eye there.
1-1 count. Going to have base runners, Mr. B. Can't do it all in one swing, so it's going to be station to station. Got to get back to the top of that order. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fastball inside corner, called strike number 2. So 1-2 is now your count.
Well, they've been doing an outstanding job of that all night, getting on and turning that lineup over.
So here comes the 1-2 pitch to Flowers, and it's a swing and a miss on ball, and Flowers strikes out.
Well, trying to make a lot happen there.
Now batting number 9, Trey Schmidt.
So Schmitz will step up with one out here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch is a breaking ball, misses down in the zone for ball one.
Trey's making some good contact all game.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Smits. Good breaking ball in there for strike number 1. He's throwing a lot of breaking balls in here. Got to be sitting on that curveball at this point. Think that he's going to use it a lot.
Yeah, he's been throwing them for strikes too, so you square up something over the zone, that can go pretty far.
Number towards third. Smits is on the hustle. Here's the throw over to third, and there he gets Smits out for the second out of the inning. "5-3 put out, and the Mustangs and John Heston Powers are down to their last out.
Number 4, John Heston Powers.
John Heston came in as a pinch hitter for Britt Reichley. Delivered during that rally in the 5th.
Breaking ball misses up to John Heston. Since he's come in, he's reached base 3 times, 2 walks and a single. He had a big single in that 8-run 5th inning. That seems like a lifetime ago. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Is a breaking ball in the inside corner. The left-handed batter called strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside corner, called strike 2, and now the Mustangs are down to their last strike of the night. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3, and the Mustangs go down. And the Colts take the series against the Mustangs in a 17-15 victory. As the Colts celebrate out on the field. So, Mr. B, tough way to lose. Had an opportunity there. came back in, but just couldn't quite find a way to finish.
Yeah, real tough to see. When you score 15 runs, you expect to win. So real heartbreaker there.
But good effort by the Mustangs.
There's definitely a lot of positives to take away that a little too bummed out to focus on right now. So.
Yep. The Mustangs will be back in action next week. Got a very unusual playing dates next week, as it'll be a Tuesday, Wednesday. Play the first game of the series on Tuesday, and then we'll play the second game and third game on Wednesday of that next week. So we'll be back in action on Tuesday. We hope y'all have a good evening. Thank you for joining in. Thank you to the Booster Club and all that you do for Mustang Athletics.